So EpiscoDisco is both music and art. We also call ourselves the art team, Paradise Now. The idea, similar to the music, is to kind of use the space in a unique way and to give artists locally a unique way to fill this space.
What I'm looking at with this piece is called He Is Risen, the Up and Up, and it's about kind of just transcendence from the space that we're in and looking at a contrast between a childhood sheet fort and the overall scale of Grace Cathedral and kind of building on that contrast. This sheet fort will rise up, and I think we'll probably get at least 9 or 10 feet out of it. They'll be able to walk into it, and then in the center of it is going to be like a fire ring of flashlights lighting the inside of the fort, and you'll be able to enter the space. So you kind of go from the vastness of Grace Cathedral and that kind of evocation of God and infinite heavens to like a small, more inward focused space. It's more like a temple to the present instead of Grace Cathedral being more of a temple to kind of the promise of a future.
I'm an Episcopal priest in the Diocese of California. I work for Bishop Mark Andrus, and he just had the idea that the church wasn't really very permeable to people outside our religious tradition, and I think he and I were talking about it, and we just thought it would be really nice if there were an event in which people could kind of come into the cathedral on their own terms and sort of be in a sacred space very intentionally and make it about the sacred space, but not have to feel like they didn't belong in that space.
Oh, when you walk inside, you will find it's a magic wilderness where you can thrive.
I felt it was kind of multi-dimensional, you know, as the art kind of moved with me as I kind of shifted around the room. If I went left, or I went right, or I looked up and I looked down, there was just a series of kind of like the feeling in the art moving with you as you kind of went with it, and very soothing voice, you know, talking to you, kind of describing a little bit what you're seeing, but it's not clear what that is, and as you're looking, it's just very relaxing.
It's kind of an ironic name. It just seems like sort of a silly title, and I mean, I wanted to make it clear that that we're Episcopalians and kind of what we're about. I think a lot of people think Grace Cathedral is a Roman Catholic cathedral, and it's not. I just thought EpiscoDisco was a funny name.
And people act so appropriately, it's unbelievable. The first 3 nights, I couldn't even sleep the night before or the night after. I was so worried someone would disrespect the space or something bad would happen. We only had 1 incident like that, and yet we've had hundreds of people here. Hundreds of people coming in, respecting the space and enjoying themselves, because it is a unique, festive environment. I've always told people it's kind of a good single scene as well, because everyone looks good. They're acting right. And they're in the house of God. So it's blessed.